Good day, everyone. We will be continuing our discussion on our marketing on Chapter 3, the market segmentation. When we say market segmentation, this refers to the process of dividing the market into distinctive groups, where each group has common characteristics. When we try to sell products in our customers, we do not waste our time in selling a certain product to all types of people. Okay, usually we group them into segments according to their demographics, age, income, education, gender, etc. That is the concept of market segmentation. Now, segmentation is the initial step in targeting the market. All you have to first that you need to do is to identify which type or which segment, specific segment, are you going to sell your product. Okay? This means understanding the needs of that particular segment and satisfying their specific needs. Okay? Segmentation is not treating the market as homogeneous groups where same products can be offered to all. Okay? There is no product that can be offered to all types of market. Even yung sabihin na natin water. Water is a basic need, but you have your distilled, you have your alkaline. It caters to different types of segment. Okay? Ayan. So, market classification. Ayan. So, we segment our market based on these classifications. First is the demographic. Okay? When you say demographic, this is based on the variables such as your age, gender, income, education, nationality, religion, and family life cycle. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng family life cycle? Okay? Of course, the role of the each member of the family or yung cycle within that family from infant to teen to young adult to elderly. Okay? Companies should be conscious, especially rin dun sa income level. Okay? Siyempre, purchasing power of the market pa rin ang magdidictate whether you can sell your product or not. That's why in the Philippines, you sometimes notice only in the Philippines and other third world countries can you see yung mga sachets when it comes to shampoo. Ayan. In other countries, they have the bottles. But in third world countries, they have the sachet. Okay? Because it caters to the income level of our country and other third world countries, no? Kasi we can afford yung mga naka-sachet more than yung mga naka-bottles. Alright? That is one way of analyzing no yung mga global companies when they sell global products sa mga third world countries. So here are some examples. If one is we have the Pampers. Ayan. Pampers. If we will try to segment no yung ating market, who would be the specific market for Pampers or diapers? Ano sa tingin nyo? Is it the babies? Of course, it's for the mothers or parents. Alright? So, if I will try to modify my product, it should cater for mothers, more on mothers kasi. Ayan. So, price should be conscious. Ayan. Since mothers are budget conscious. Ayan. Even yung design natin, dapat attractive for mothers or parents, not for babies. Okay, how about this? Feminine products. Ayan. When it comes to demographic, syempre, we will consider the gender. Okay, male or female. And when we say feminine products, it will cater to the female market. Okay. How about to yung champion todo tipid? Again, when it comes to budget, ito yung one of the strengths of these companies, especially for champion. When it comes to detergents, yung mga sabon, they really offer you mga cheapest as compared to their competitors. That's why for group of people na may lower income bracket, they prefer to buy yung mga tipid packs. Okay. Also, when it comes to education, ayan, in my example, I have here accounting books. Of course, it will cater for people na ang profession or course is more on accounting. Okay, how about this? Max Savers. Ayan. 59 pesos only. Pero I think the price has gone up already. No? Same with the dun sa Champion Todo Tipid, it is for the budget conscious, lower income bracket. Ayan. How about yung ating mga religious items such as rosaries, altars, etc. Siyempre, it will now be based on the religion of the person. Okay? One good analysis din no, na pwede nating gamitin. Siyempre, if your product is a rosary, you do not waste your time selling your rosary sa mga Muslim kasi they will not use that product. Only focus dun sa mga Christian. Okay? Yan ang demographic. That's why this is the first one. No? Kasi uunahin natin yung demographic first before we go to the next classifications kasi we will consider these variables, yung age, gender, income, religion, etc. Alright? How about the geographic? Wait lang. Okay, let's go back. I just checked no kung nagre-record. Okay, second type of market classification is we have the geographic. Now, this market, the market is divided based on territory or geographical units or regions or cities. In the Philippines, di ba, we have the Cordilleran region, Ilocos region. We can also consider yung sa Metro Manila. If we will try to notice, behavior of people within these regions have different different behaviors or different perceptions on products. Okay? Ayan, or different responses when it comes to products. For example, in the Cordillera, we prefer yung mga masasabaw. Ayan. Or yung with sile or spicy. Ayan. Or pinikpikan. Okay. In other regions, ito, when it comes to their betel nut, ayan, yung dito kasi sa Cordillera, di ba yung ating betel nut o yung muma, ito yung nakikita natin, yung with dahon, with nuts. For other areas or regions, yung fresh na pitas, they prefer to eat their betel nut that way. For example, ito yung nasa picture. Okay. In the Asian countries, dito, kumakain tayo ng rice. But in other countries, they have their own staple food. Such as, ayan, in India, syempre yung spices. More on spices sila. And yung parang bread. Ayan. I forgot na term dito yung parang pita bread na ginagamit nila. Yan yung parang rice nila. In other countries, European countries, their staple food is more on bread. Ayan. If you notice, different behavior sa food pa lang. We have different preferences based on our location. Okay. Let me just share to you some of the pictures na i-collect ko from Google. So we know the differences of or the difference in preferences of people around the world when it comes to breakfast. Okay? Ayan. In Europe countries, ayan, in Netherlands, ito ang kanilang preferred type of breakfast. Is medyo sweet, no? It's a slice of bread with peanut butter and even toppings na sweet. It's all about sugar. Yan, sa Netherlands. Siyempre, if we try to see rin yung kanilang climate, which is very cold ang Netherlands, sugar will really help no to build up heat sa katawan. So, ganito ang kanilang food. In Germany, ganito ang kanilang type of food na gusto. Ayan. Slices of meat, cheese, bread, vegetables, and a cup of coffee. And fruits. Ayan. In Turkey naman, ayan, they prefer food na medyo madaming tawag dito sauce, no? Yan. Different, kung bagay yung sa atin, di ba yung mga side dish. Okay. Excuse me. England, ito yung tinatawag nating English breakfast. It's a complete breakfast. Yan. May dalawang eggs, sausages, sweets. We have yung carbs, bread, yan, and sausage, protein. It's a complete meal, no, for English people. In Italy naman, they just prefer a croissant with coffee. Simple as that. Or meron yung mga pastries lang na gusto nila coupled with coffee. Poland naman, same concept with Netherlands since this is a country with cold climate. They prefer yung mga sweets. Ito. In their breakfast, parang donut ang gusto agad nila. Bulgaria, we have this type of bread na medyo comparable to a omelette. Ayan. Okay, so those are the preferred breakfast, no, in Europe countries. How about in Asian countries? Ayan, in Eastern China, of course, we have yung congee, we have yung dumplings. Ayan. And of course, yung kanilang signature sauce. Philippines. Okay, in the Philippines, ito medyo ano tayo eh. Medyo mataas yung variation when it comes to breakfast. Pero syempre, Philippines, hindi mawawala ang pandesal. Okay? Ayan. Besides na it's cheap, mabigat siya sa tiyan, at pwede kang mabusog just by eating a few pieces. In Vietnam, ito, we have yung kanilang egg, yung kanilang slice of meat, some slices of vegetables, and rice. Since we are already on the Asian countries, no, we expect na may mga rice talaga sa kanilang mga breakfast. Ayan. Same with Malaysia. Ayan, rice, piece of egg, ayan, and vegetables, peanuts, slices of meat, and meron pa silang parang daing yung dried fish. For Korea naman, ayan, I guess some of you, yung mga preferred nyo na is Korean, they have their soup, kimchi soup with tofu, rice, di yan mawawala, and of course, yung side dish. Okay? Ayan. Yung mga mahilig mag samgyup. This is very familiar to you. Singapore naman, congee din with coffee. Okay. Sir, what is congee? Lugaw. India, again, I forgot this type of bread eh. Ayan. With their spices. Ito ang very important sa India, the spices. In Israel, they have their chili. Ayan, with cheese and slices of meat. Okay, so those are food, breakfast, no, in Asia. Now, even in Asia, no, we have differences. So, hindi porkit na this is an Asian country, all of us prefer rice. No? Some, ito, for example, India pa lang, they prefer their bread, parang pita bread with their spices. In Africa naman, here are some of the breakfasts preferred by their tao doon. Okay, Morocco, it's a full breakfast din. Same with English breakfast. Pero dito, mas makikita mo yung variation. There is juice, there is coffee, there is bread, egg, madami. How about in Egypt? Egypt is para siyang chili with spices, no? And herbs. Herbs and spices, punong-puno. And then in America, ayan, Costa Rica, full breakfast. They have their beans, they have their meat, sausages, and they have their egg. Medyo heavy. Dito sa America, you expect na that breakfasts are heavy. Because of, syempre, yung size din ng mga tao doon, malalaki sila. Okay, Mexico, okay, para siyang taco. It's a taco breakfast with sauce. Yan, may mga cheese din. Venezuela, okay, para siyang pizza, no? It's a pizza crust. Peru, parang bibingka. Sabi nga nila ito yung parang bibingka with meat on top. Colombia, they prefer, they concentrate on their coffee more than others. No? Kaya dito, naka-focus on coffee and 2 pieces of small bread. Brazil, ayan, coffee with bread and slices of fruit. And in USA, okay, pancakes. Yan, number 1 type of breakfast nila is always pancake. Pancake with syrup and with fruits. Okay? Yan. So those are, if you notice no differences in the preference based on location, that is geographical segmentation. So that is the second classification. We now go to the third classification, which is the psychographic segmentation. These are groups according to lifestyle, personality, or social class. Okay, lifestyle, personality, and social class. Let's go straight to the examples. Okay, for example ito, social class. No? Some people prefer to buy yung mga branded products or yung products with higher brand value. Isang example dito is yung Starbucks. Ayan. A Starbucks compared to a regular coffee, but you will be having ano naman same needs to be satisfied kasi it's still coffee. Pero some people prefer to buy this product based syempre on their not only lifestyle but of course their social class. Yan nga. That's why for some, di ba, binibili lang nito not because of the product but because of the brand value. Okay? That's why sometimes you can see yung mga bibili sa Starbucks tulad ni Ma'am Kenji, uupo doon buong araw. No, isa lang naman yung binili niya. No? Joke lang. Okay. Ayan. Ito sa lifestyle, syempre meron yung mga people who are controlling yung kanilang mga carbs. So they prefer to eat yung mga salads over yung mga meals na may rice. Ayan. Based on lifestyle. Ayan. And of course, for services, syempre, in relation dun sa mga people na they're watching their weight or kailangan nilang magpapayat or they're building muscles, syempre, services to be offered are, ito, example, health facilities or your gyms. Ayan. Or, babalik tayo dun sa social class. When it comes to sport, some people with nandun sa higher social class, ang prefer nila na sport is golf. Sabi nga nila ito yung sport for the rich. Bakit nga ba siya tinawag na sport for the rich? Let me just share my experience kasi I have worked at Camp Jenny Golf Club for 5 years now. This is really a sport for rich people kasi ito yung bayaran. Okay? Before you can play dun sa Camp Jenny Golf Club, you need to be a member. So you have a playing rights dun sa kanilang golf course. And if you want to be a member, you have to pay around 500,000 pesos for one membership. And it does not stop there. Once you are a member, you have to pay for the play, yung maglalaro ka. Okay, 18 holes, you will aabutan ka ng 3,600 per game. Okay, that is per game. And per game will last around 3 to 4 hours, depende kung gaano ka kabilis maglaro. 4 game yun. For one game only, 3,600. And bago ka pa maglaro, you need to buy your own golf balls. You need to rent a golf cart for 1,000 pesos. And you need to rent a caddy. Yung caddy, yung nakikita nyo yung mga naka-white na nagbubuhat ng mga golf bags nitong mga naglalaro ng golf. And ang bayad nila is 300 pesos per game. Okay, so if you add up those expenses just to play golf, then maybe we can say that it is really a sport for the rich people. No? It is very expensive to play golf. But then again, there are people who patronizes golf kasi it still depends on their social class. And it's okay for them to spend for the sport because may pera sila. Yeah. They have the budget. Okay, so that is your psychographic segmentation. Alright? Okay. And the last, we have the behavioral segmentation. Na it divides the market into groups based on the knowledge, attitudes, or market's response to a product. This is now on the response to a product. So examples are, ayan, what would be our response once we have our, for example, to yung mga promotional items such as yung Suki card, di ba? Once you build points, you will be getting a free item, no? So our response to that product is we will buy more on this business. That is now your behavioral. Our response, no, to the product. For example, to yung mga ating mga magbibigay ng discount sa Chongsan, si Mid-Year Bonanza. In SM, di ba, we have the SM 3-day sale. So what is our response when may mga promotions na gano'n? Usually, di ba, we buy kasi sayang yung promotion, sabi nga nila, or sayang yung discount. Okay, that is our response. Problema lang dito, when may nakikita tayong mga bonanza or 3-day sale, sometimes we are buying things that we do not need. Okay, ito naman for bars, yan, di ba meron yung mga happy hours from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. What is our response? Of course, we will prefer to purchase products or go to that bar during those time kasi usually ang happy hour, either merong buy one take one or discounts. And ito naman, for those na mahilig mag-Starbucks sa inyo, di ba, during Christmas season, meron tayo yung mga binibigay na cards, tapos fill upan mo ng stickers, 18 stickers, you will get ano yung makukuha nyo? Planner. Okay, that is our response on this promotion. So, mabalik tayo dito. That is behavioral. Our market's response to a product. So what are other examples? Let's say yung mga seasonal events. Ayan, there are some businesses dito na go-offer ng discounts during Father's Day, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, or even Christmas and Halloween. Ayan. So our response is we will patronize to take advantage of that promo. That is behavioral segmentation. But of course, not all of us have the same response. No? Depende dun sa promotion. For example dito, sa Starbucks, different responses. Meron yung mga walang pakialam, meron naman yung gusto talaga nilang i-complete. Okay? O dito naman sa happy hour, hindi tayo lahat umiinom. For those lang na group of people na umiinom who would like to take advantage of this happy hour. Okay? Behavioral segmentation. Alright. So let us discuss now market targeting and positioning. Once you know your target market, ayan, kasi we have already segmented, identified them based on their classification. Okay? We now target and position. Okay? Ayan. So market targeting is a process of looking into the most attractive market that a company is capable of serving. After dividing the market into different segments, you now choose which segment would you like to target. Yun ang market targeting. In choosing the right segment, it is necessary for a company to consider its resources. Of course, hindi natin papasukin agad yung segment na yun if we do not have the right resources, okay, or the right research or the right knowledge about that segment. If a company has a management skills or know-how and efficient manpower plus satisfactory process with sufficient capital, the chances in succeeding in that specific segment is high. That's why even research, it involves high level of research. Yan. Kasi ang end goal naman natin, we want to be successful in targeting or penetrating that market. Okay? Now that a company is able to determine its target market, specific market or buyer with common characteristics and needs that a firm is willing to serve. Now the next task is focus on the product offering and how the product can easily be remembered by the target market. That is now your product positioning. We do not simply sell the product on our target market and hopefully magustuhan nila. Usually, we condition the minds of the target market first. That is product positioning. How can we do this? Through extensive advertising or promotional activities. Making sure na sa tingin nila, our product is better as compared to competitors. That is product positioning. It is all about psychology. Okay? Ayan. We condition the minds of our target market so they think that our product is the best among all options. It is the process of emphasizing a product's best feature. That's why when we advertise our product, we go straight dun sa features, the benefits it can give to our target market. One of the features can be the product price, especially in the Philippines. As a consumer, umamin na kayo, the first thing that you will see on a product is the price bago the benefits. And it's a common naman na characteristic natin bilang Filipino people. Yan. Siyempre, our purchasing power is medyo nasa baba. Nandun tayo sa third world country na nakafocus talaga tayo sa product price. Okay? So bilang businessman, syempre you have to match the price, no? Which is yung ina-expect ng iyong mga target market. Sometimes companies position their product or brand by emphasizing the benefits or effectiveness or its accessibility to the market. And most of the companies or even small businesses, 'di ba, yun ang fino-focus nila. What could be the benefit to the consumer? Now, let's have some example here. Ayan. You can you can search a lot of examples no sa kasi ang kagandahan ngayon, 'di ba, most of the businesses meron na silang social media presence. So we can always check the products and services offered, no, by businesses. Ayan. Pero mukhang yun lang, wala kaming internet. Sige, I'll show you sa next meeting some examples. All right. Going back in our discussion. Ayan. So ito makikita natin. This is one flow chart, no, for our segmenting, targeting, and positioning. We start with segmenting, identifying meaningful groups of customers. Then we select, which segment should we serve or should we target. Ito yung tinatawag nating targeting. After that, identifying the group of people na bebentahan natin, we now position the product in their minds, implementing a chosen image and appeal to chosen segment. Papasok din dito yung ating branding eh. That's why as a business, we have to build our brand equity. Kasi people sometimes look at the brand, at the image of the company before buying the product. Isang example dito, for a company you have already built a good brand equity is Jollibee Food Corporations or Jollibee. So kahit anong product ang ilabas nila, we have now the perception that it is delicious. It is good product. Example dito yung ano, 'di ba? Recently, seasonally lang rini-release yung tuna pie. Okay? It's a innovative product. Yet, nung first nalabas siya, we do not know the taste of that product. But since it is associated with Jollibee, it will be successful. It became successful eventually. Yun yung kagandahan ng positioning, no? Ayan. So, positioning, it will be on the product, price, place, and promotion. Okay? Ayan. All right, so we will end our chapter 3 there on market segmentation. Okay? All right, so additional instructions again, just like with my previous recorded lessons, you have to comment your name and section for the attendance. Okay? So thank you, and I will see you on our next recorded lesson.